Hello everyone, I am Dr. Eric Morrison. This is 7 Under 3, and I'll be covering trading education using the TC2000 and TradingView platforms. Hello, this is the Futures Week in Review, and I'd like to just mention quick off the bat that the NVIDIA market reversal had an adverse effect on all COT picks. I had a major drawdown this week on one contract for all the picks. It was a loss of $7,500. And so when you're looking at this overall, as far as the COT and the CFTC, this was an expensive lesson learned, is that you must understand the overall context in terms of the strategic, operational, and tactical views of a particular future. Now, strategically, what happened was that the COT was reported on Tuesday. NVIDIA happened Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. COT was published on Friday based off that Tuesday's information, and folks traded off that overall information based off last Tuesday, and then NVIDIA just invalidated the entire COT. So out of 10 actual fades, there was only one gainer out of this. So 10% win rate. It was absolutely crushing losses for the futures. So in going over that, you need to make sure that you have not only ruthless risk management in place, but also a contextual understanding of what's actually happening and what the markets are telling you. So first loss was $140 on the Aussie dollar, and as you can see here, that long was an overall loss with the stop here at the previous low. Brazilian real, same thing. Overall up move, $45 loss. Mexican peso, $75 loss. Cotton was an overall disappointing loss. So we had some nice initial gains going forward, and then it just surged on that particular Monday to the upside. A $650 loss. However, as you can see here, we have a nice setup on the COT to the downside with an FTM to support it, and a nice move to the downside on the daily. Overall shooting star on the weekly with the Z3 right in support for a low risk entry. Heating oil was also another loss on Monday, just shot up and came and stopped out. It was the biggest loss overall, $3,927 in one contract. Coffee as well. It was our only gain. We were able to squeak out a small gain here of $337. Palladium, also another loss of $2,300. Aletta gas, another loss on Monday, $212. Ultra 10-year, overall loss on Monday, $366. And then utilities as well. Overall loss, not as bad as long as you have that risk management. But as you can see here, this was brutal. Could have been, instead of a $130 loss, could have been $930 loss. You got to have that risk management in to trade another day or fade another day. So understanding that risk management process, we're looking at next week. We have a nice overall movement to the upside. Nice overall crowding, high percentage. Over on this weekly, do not like the distribution on the weekly, so you may want to lower your contract size. Same with British Pound on the short. Would actually do an overall wick trade depending on the open. Nice overall clean COT. We have some weakness overall in the weekly. We do have an up thrust, but we have the RL270 up here for a nice overall potential short. But don't give it any breathing room. If it opens up here, you make sure that you put your stop here at the high. Nice clean New Zealand. Also another wick trade here. Nice movement on the weekly to the downside with overall movement back to the 200 here on the daily. Swiss franc has a nice clean to the upside with a nice delta stack here. We got a good hammer. Put the short here with, or higher in terms of the, put the stop here a little higher. We have the 200 here as a potential target. I know we have some weakness here, but we're up against the RL270 on the weekly. Brent shows some nice movement to the upside. We got a nice Wyckoff spring to the upside, plus a weekly to the upside as well. Overall movement to the upside for a nice trade on Sunday, Monday. Target to the Z3, and then as mentioned before, cotton, beautiful overall setup to the short side. US dollar also to the short side. We got a nice weekly against the RL270 and a failed spring. It's very weak, a lot of Wyckoff selling volume. Short side, this overall hedge may have just failed with this movement on Friday to the downside. I lowered the lot size because it is still has commercials above their 6-month average. Ultra 10-year, just nice movement to the upside on the daily. Also accumulation on the weekly. Beautiful crowded short positions on the COT. I like this going into Sunday, Monday. Now normally I don't do soybean meal or anything that is mixed in terms of crowding, but what you see here is a very rare percent change stack, which means contracts moved in accordance with an overall potential up move. We also have an up move on the weekly and the daily. We also have a COT index that is completely perfect as far as 100.00. So this may have poised to the upside. Make sure that we understand where this bid is and open. That must be above this low before we go ahead and do the Sunday, Monday fade with a stop at the overall low. If it's below, opens up below it, invalidates this entire fade. And last one, rough rice, overall weekly, back down to Z3 excursion. Could be a consolidation. However, it could also be more price action to the downside with this nice COT index and 80% short on commercials and 80% long and 74%, one of the highest crowdings that I've seen in a long time. And so what we could do is wait for the actual open, making sure that it doesn't above this high, and put our stop here at the high for a nice overall potential low risk trade or fade here to the downside. That's all the futures that I have going into this week. As I said, we have a lot to learn from an overall drawdown. Make sure you record your lessons learned in your journals, and with ruthless risk management, fade for another day. If you're interested in these kind of strategies going forward, or programming in both PineScript or Python and auto trading, and you want to be a part of a COT community that discusses the commitment of traders in depth and in detail, go ahead and click on the links below. And remember, ruthless risk management. Have a great weekend, everybody, and I'll see you on Sunday. Well, if you like this video, hit the like rumble button below and the subscribe button. And if you want more information, click the course information links below. On the TradingView link and on TC2000, I have an affiliate link. If you open up a TC2000 account, you will receive a $25 discount using that link. Thank you for your time.